Hello there, and thank you for clicking on this video. Something about the title of this video has drawn you in, and it may be because you're wondering the same thing. What is a higher self, and how can it help me achieve union with my masculine in the 3D? So the best way I can describe it is, and I'm going to ask Archangel Metatron to help guide me through this explanation, even though I can tell you from my perspective, your higher self is the higher version of you that's already complete. So, as you know, the universe is made up of many different dimensions and also realms. So there's the angelic realm, there's a spirit realm, there's also hidden realms that you don't even know about, which only can be accessed by the elders, spirit elders and things like that, really ancient souls who have been connected to the Creator for billions and billions of years. So there's many realms, many dimensions, many timelines as well, might I say. There's timelines, different timelines. It's all embodied in one universe. It's not just this flat 3D version that we see right now. This is what we've been led to believe. This is all there is. This 3D life that we live, we've been led to believe this is all there is. But no, we are here on this 3D plane right now, but there's in higher dimensions, there's other versions of our soul. So the best way I can describe it to you is when you're a twin flame, your higher self, your divine feminine, divine masculine is one complete soul. It's one complete being on a higher dimensional level. And what happens is when you go through your awakening, when you meet your twin flame and it triggers that awakening energy, you then realise the duality. You realise that you have been the light side of your connection, of your soul, and your person has been your dark side, and vice versa, your shadow and light side. If you've been in your masculine energy, your person has been in their feminine energy. And then when you meet each other, sometimes you can keep switching around roles. But ultimately, you have to embody your divine feminine energy if you're the divine feminine of your connection, to allow your masculine to basically step into their masculine energy. Now, while this is going on here in this 3D world, because of the law of duality, your soul effectively goes into two different bodies. So you're the same soul frequency. In the 5th dimension, you are one soul frequency. In the 3rd dimension, you are split. So the only way that you can truly find completeness and wholeness within yourself here in this 3D reality is to align with your higher self in the 5D, which is you and your masculine already in union as one soul. Now, my higher self is a higher dimensional angelic being, but also my higher self has had numerous lifetimes before this one. So my higher self has been a goddess twice. My higher self has won a Nobel Peace Prize. My higher self has lived through war. My higher self has lived through the roaring 20s being a dancer. Many lifetimes. My higher self has been a queen. My higher self has been a pauper. My higher self has been a children's nanny. Your higher self has had so many experiences. And when you align with your higher self, when you truly understand that the 3D version of you in this human body, that is not who your soul truly is. Your soul is already complete and whole in the 5th dimension. And me personally, I am now guided by my higher self. I can get messages from my masculine because my higher self is my masculine. My masculine can get messages from our higher self because that is the feminine from our higher self brings through messages to my masculine in 3D, and so on. And you get, so picture like a triangle, and like you and your masculine here in the 3D, if you stay apart, or you could be in separate cities, separate states, separate parts of the world, and you're both very separate, but there's one thing connecting you, and it's this higher self right here at the top. So it's like a triangle, but with your higher self up here. Your higher self sends messages from your masculine to the feminine. The higher self sends messages from the feminine to the masculine. Because your higher self's ultimate goal is to bring you both back together in the 3D. Because that is full alignment. Like the divine feminine can align fully with her higher self. The divine masculine can align fully with the higher self. And then the ultimate completion is 3D union. So you're both fully aligned with that higher self at the top of the triangle here, coming down. And then when you both come back together, that is full alignment, a straight line, straight down from the higher dimension, straight down to both of you here in union in the 3D. That is why that frequency is so powerful, because your 5D self has lived many lives. I have been a part of the wisdom of Avalon. I have much wisdom from there. Atlantis, different star constellations, different planets. That is my higher self, has lived through all these different lifetimes. And now all that wisdom that's been collected over thousands and thousands and billions of years, it can be accessed through aligning with your higher self. And once you and your masculine come back together in the physical as well as the energetic alignment, that is when the true magic can happen. That is when the true magic of twin flame union can happen. Because you're both carrying that beautiful frequency of the higher dimensions, but sharing that healing love and light, because your higher dimensional self is a being of love, is a being of light. And when you and your masculine bring that together in the 3D, in two different human bodies, you're sending out that same beautiful angelic frequency. So, as I say, many people have different gifts in this lifetime that they're bringing through from their higher self. Healers, seers, psychics, very creative people. Sometimes all of the above. I never call myself a shaman, but I am technically a shaman. I have seer abilities, I have healing abilities. My blood ancestry is connected to a very healing lineage as well. So I have healing in my blood, so to speak. But my soul lineage is very powerful as well. You know, I have a huge catalogue of gifts to bring through. And I feel like I'm barely scratching the surface with the channel I have at the moment, but I feel I'm where I'm meant to be right now. My ascension was quicker than most because my guides wanted me to be able to do this right now for the Twin Flame Collective, because there was a time there was becoming a lot of muddied waters regarding what a twin flame was, you know, how toxic twin flame connections and stuff were, which was, at this point, they knew they needed a voice to step in and be part of the collective voice, because there's a lot of people who do what I do who are twin flame guides and facilitators and things, but they needed an extra voice, and they had to make sure they had that voice, which was me. And I'm not for one minute saying I'm better than anyone else. I just had to join an already amazing group of people who were doing the exact same thing. The more voices, the more love and light we have to share in the world, the better. So that is the best way I can describe your higher self. And as I say, when you align with your higher self, you know that in the 5D, you and your masculine are already one soul. Know that, feel it in every single area of your body, your mind, your soul, your heart. You and your masculine are never apart. You're chasing a 3D illusion of your person when actually they're already here. They're already part of you. And when you let go of the need to chase that 3D version of them, alignment happens. I cannot do this channel without my masculine. My masculine channels divine masculine messages through me. as if he was sitting here himself. And one day he might be. But right now, he's channeling it through me. My higher self is channeling divine masculine energy through me to let you all know what your higher selves are trying to get through to you. Your masculine part of your higher self is trying to get messages to you to let you know they're on their way, they're coming back, not to give up, but most of all to know that they're always with you and the love they have for you is always here. So that's the best way I can describe it. Hopefully I've not given you more confusion, but aligning with your higher self then leads to aligning with your masculine for 3D union. And if you're unhealed and still sending negativity to your masculine, you're still angry at them, you're still resentful for them rejecting you, etc., etc., you know the drill, that means you're unhealed and you're unaligned with your higher self. And it doesn't matter how much you try and tap into the energy of your twin flame connection or how many readings you watch, until you align with your higher self, until you align and get that inner union within. Inner union has to happen here before it can happen here. And just remember that. Just remember that if you're not feeling aligned here and you don't feel your masculine from within, then if you're still waiting on a text message or a phone call, or you're watching them on Facebook or on Instagram, whatever you're doing to keep tabs on your masculine, if you're still doing that, that means you're not aligned here, which means you're not ready for union yet. And usually when I do my spiritual guidance sessions with people, I tell them what they have to heal, what they have to let go of, what they have to let go of from past lives, because that is so important. Many people are holding on to grudges and resentment, not just from this lifetime, but from past lives as well. I myself had to release a lot of stuff from past lives, forgive a lot of people from past lives, all the things. But when you do that, that's when you start to align. And when you start looking at life through the lens of love, no longer through resentment, anger, animosity, nothing like that. You know, when you start to look at your journey as being a blessing to you, when you start to look at all the lessons you've learned as being a blessing to you, all of the bad things that's happened and occurred in your life, when you start to look at that like, I'm so glad that happened, that taught me this, that and this. I'm so glad because this all brought me closer to God. This all brought me closer to feeling completely whole and beloved within myself. And that can only happen when you've healed and aligned to your higher self, which is 5-dimensional energy. So it's kind of like a triangle. I mean, the twin flame connection is built on 3, okay? I mean, there's always like a third party. There's always a third party to overcome, a karmic energy to overcome in order to get back to union. But there's technically 4. There's technically 4 in the twin flame connection, because your higher self is always honestly trying to work to bring the two of you together as well. Your higher self wants you to be in union in the 3D as well. And so there is technically 4 in the relationship. But once the karmic goes, there'll be a beautiful triangle, but for the nicest possible reason, because your higher self will then be completely aligned with both of you in union. And right now, I channel a lot through my higher self. And, I'm so fortunate to have beautiful guides around me all the time. But my higher self is one of my main guides. And as I say, I'm blessed to have such a strong connection with the angels, because my higher self is an angelic being also. But I am so grateful for everything this journey has brought me. This twin flame journey has brought me so much. And I cannot thank God enough for allowing me to be on this journey, and all the experiences I've had, both supernatural and in the 3D, with friendships and all the love that surrounded me. I mean, I never regret anything. I always look back at everything and see everything has happened for a reason. the near-death experiences, everything included. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful, and if you would like to know more about these kind of videos, please say in the comments anything you particularly want to talk about. I'm just answering this question because a lot of people email me about it. What is a higher self? So if there's anything else in particular, please let me know, and we'll do more videos like this in the future. So take care everyone. I'll be back later with another message. Namaste.